Hello, are you here to debate?
Yes, I am.
All right, what's your name, age, and pronouns?
Did you say age?
Name, age, and pronouns.
Jasmine, I am 32 and I do not have pronouns.
Do you want to say that last sentence again?
Oh, I said I do not have pronouns.
Oh, you clearly do, because I is a pronoun and you used I to describe yourself.
Okay, well, I guess you chose for me, so there we go.
Okay, so I'll call you I all day. I is your pronoun?
Sure, if you want to. Sure.
Cool. Chat, this is Jasmine. I is going to talk to me. That makes a lot of sense.
Um, right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So is there some sort of prompt, or do I just go, or do you have a question for me?
There are multiple topics. Choose a topic.
Okay. And could you please remind me of the topics?
No? Did you not look at them before you called in?
I did. Yeah, sure. Which one would you like to talk about currently?
You can pick any. It's dealer's choice.
Okay, it's your channel, so I'm just giving you the respect of asking you first.
You can choose whichever topic you want.
On the list. Okay, got it. All right, so I also disagree with basically everything
Careful, you
you're
used
saying.
a pronoun again. Be careful.
Sorry?
I just said to be careful. You used a pronoun again.
Why do I have to be careful?
Because you said you don't use them. So I said be careful. You're using.
I said I don't have one, although you chose to assign that one
Yes,
to
be
me.
careful. Be careful. You're using a pronoun,
And
so you have them. If you're
what
using
am I
them, be
being
careful.
what am I being
I'm
careful
just telling
of?
you to watch. You don't want to use. You don't want to have pronouns. Just be careful.
I didn't say I don't want to. I said I don't have any.
Yes. So be
And then
careful.
you said
using a
my
pronoun means you
is,
have a pronoun. So just be careful.
then you assigned my pronoun as I, so I don't need to be careful. Perhaps
When
you
I asked
do?
you to tell me what your pronoun is, you wouldn't do it. We know it's she, her.
Okay,
We know you
fine.
probably go by she, her, and
I
you prefer to go by she, her.
thank you
And
for
then if
your
somebody came
warning.
in and
I will
called you
heed
like
your
he, him,
warning
you'd be
to be
upset about that.
okay. Thank you for your warning. I will heed your warning of being careful. However, it won't bother me too much, so
Me
you
as a
don't need to
pronoun, be
remind me
careful.
each time.
Me as a pronoun, be careful.
Okay, you don't need to remind me each time. I got it. Thank you for the lesson.
You as a pronoun,
Can
be
we
careful.
move on? Can we move on?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like I said, and it will keep happening, Jovan. So, again, no need to remind me over and over again. But yes, I disagree fundamentally with everything you're saying. And one of the reasons is because of psychology. So, psychologically, I personally have a brother who's schizophrenic, and I see when he, in no way am I comparing them exactly, but he dips into delusions at times. And it's easier for everybody when we give in to his delusions. I also went to nursing school and have worked with dementia patients, and delusions are a part of that as well. So I suppose my debate is that transgenderism is, or however you'd like to refer to it as, is a form of mental illness. And it's not that these people don't exist, but my issue is that I've called myself she or whatever for the past 32 years. So it's hard for people to make that switch. Does that make sense? To suddenly have a new vocabulary to choose from that doesn't.
I don't care about people having a new vocabulary, right? If people can't like get with the program, that's on them, right? When it comes to being trans, when it comes to being transgender, non-congruence has no linking to any mental illness. This is per the APA. If you want to compare shit to psychology, then I would compare it to actual psychology, which is the American Psychological Association, which has said multiple times, including in the DSM-5, that there is no linking to gender incongruence to any known mental illness.
Gender. Okay, sure. What about sex?
What about sex?
I have personally met trans people who admit, yes, I have a mental illness. Yes.
I don't care if a trans person admits they have a mental illness. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that they do, right? Somebody just saying like I have a mental illness
absolutely does, because these are case studies. These are
who classifies
examples.
Who classifies mental illness in the medical field? Who classifies what mental illnesses
exactly. Who does? You tell me.
The American Psychological Association.
Okay, and what does that consist of?
Psychologists.
Okay. So
doctors.
You are a person, right? So a doctor can tell you are a person. But if you tell me you're a person, that doesn't count. is basically what you're telling
I
me
don't know
right now.
what kind of analogy you're trying to make, but that does not line up in any way, shape, or form. What I'm telling you is that when we're talking about
okay,
when we're talking about
just
diagnosable illnesses.
one sec.
Oh,
Hold
okay,
on one
sure,
second,
yeah.
Jovan.
No problem. Sorry, I
actually really want to debate you, but I'm not here to be condescended, and I'm not here to be talked to like a child. So if you
Don't
think
act like
something
one.
I say is stupid, then talk me through it. Don't call me stupid.
Did I say the word
I would
stupid?
like to have an
Did I say
adult
you were stupid?
conversation. Well, we all know what your intention is, right? You're trying to make me
call you
look and
stupid?
feel
Or did
stupid in
did I
order to
call you
argue, and that's
stupid, or
not an
did I point
argument.
out the flaw in your argument?
Okay, well, do so with respect
No.
and not in a condescending manner.
No. You set the
no?
fun fact, you
Why?
set the tone at the start of this conversation. You set the tone.
I'm sorry?
You set the tone at the start of this conversation. So
why?
that's the
Because
tone
you
that
want to force me to call myself something, and I chose not
because
to.
I think when somebody
Sweetheart,
I think when somebody stupidly
That's life.
because I think it's really dumb if somebody owns a car and they go, I don't own a car, but they're sitting in their Ford currently. So when somebody tells me I don't have pronouns,
what does that have to do with the conversation?
Because when somebody tells me I don't have pronouns, and they're using a pronoun while telling you they don't have pronouns, I think they're setting the stage to instantly be disingenuous. You came in disingenuous. You could have just said she, her, and we could have moved on with the conversation. But you didn't, because you have some.
How am I disingenuous?
Because claiming you don't have pronouns while using a pronoun is disingenuous.
I am being very genuine. I'm not living my life any different than I have.
Because claiming you don't have pronouns while using a pronoun is disingenuous. Just like if somebody said to me, just like if somebody said to me, just like if somebody said to me, just like if somebody said to me,
telling me that I have to.
I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep talking. Just like if somebody said to me, I don't drive
really
cars.
Tell what you're talking,
just like if somebody told me I don't drive cars while they're sitting in a Ford, I would say the same shit to them. If you have an issue with the way I speak to you, if you have an issue with the way I speak to you,
you would be very valid.
Like if you have an issue with the way I speak,
you'd be very valid for saying that, Jovan. You would, and I completely agree with you. If someone says that they're doing something, they're not doing something that they are, then yeah, call them out. I'm with you, 100%.
Jesus Christ! All you have to do is just have the conversation. If you're upset with how I'm speaking to you, I don't know, be a grown up.
I am 1,000% being a grown up, hon. What you can't do though is force people to call themselves something that they aren't.
Oh, so
that's, you can't force me to say I have a pronoun. I don't have one.
I'm sorry.
I don't have one.
Just confirming.
What if I haven't figured it out yet?
Just confirming. So if I were to call you she, her, this would be incorrect. If I were to call you her, if I were to say she is speaking to me right now, this would be incorrect. No. Oh, crazy. See how that works?
So what if I haven't figured out what my pronouns are and I just said I don't have any?
Then you wouldn't say, no, you wouldn't say she, her. You would give a neutral pronoun. You would give something neutral.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
You saw what I did, and I did what I did.
You would give a neutral pronoun.
This is the issue with your argument.
Use a neutral pronoun.
Okay, sure. You're choosing to do this straw man argument.
There's no straw man.
And I would like to move on.
Can you define what a goddamn straw man is? Can you tell me what a straw man is?
It means that, yeah. Are you asking because you actually want to know, or?
No, I'm asking because I don't think you know what straw manning is.
Oh, I absolutely do. That's why I'm accusing you of it.
Great.
Because
What's
that's
a straw
what you're
man?
doing. Yeah. I mean, you keep switching subjects. You keep trying to accentuate a word I say here or there instead of just allowing me to say my sentence or ask my questions and actually
switching subjects is
debate.
not a straw man. Just fun fact: switching a subject is not a straw man. That would be describing a pivot.
I didn't say that it was a straw man. I said you are doing straw man and you're also switching.
Interesting, because what I asked you to do was describe to me what a straw man is, and then you said, "Well, you're moving subjects." So then, if that's not what a straw man is, then can you tell me what a straw man is?
It seems like
did you just use a word
as soon as I
know?
said I don't have pronouns, you positioned yourself to be mean and nasty and not have a
No, I told you
debate.
what I did. I told you what I did. I think you were disingenuous, and that set the tone for the debate.
How?
When somebody comes in,
okay,
I've already explained how.
I actually want to understand this. I actually do want to understand.
I literally already explained how.
How
am I? I've explained how multiple times.
I also just want to let you know I'm not intentionally interrupting you. It's kind of hard when you come in halfway, like when I'm already talking. Not to be rude, but
well, then, don't ask me to do things I've already done. Maybe don't ask me to do things I've already done. Like explain
Well,
to
I'm
you
just
exactly
letting
why
you
I
know,
view it as to be
for
disingenuous.
me and your future callers, it's hard to hear you.
Wonderful.
And it sounds like it's interrupting. Okay, just
wonderful.
Because again, I'm coming at you with respect as a human.
Great.
I don't need to treat you like shit just because we disagree.
Beautiful. It's not. I don't care how you treat me. Like that has nothing. You could call me every
I
name
know
in the
you
book and it
don't,
would not affect
but
me.
I care. I know you don't care, but I do care how I treat you. That's how I choose to treat everybody, is with respect.
Great. So fine. We'll get back to the topic at hand. So we'll go right back to it. Who decides what is classified as a mental illness medically? Who makes that decision?
Well, you said it's a psychologist.
The American Psychological Association dictates what are and are not mental illnesses.
Yes. Yes.
So if the American Psychological Association says gender incongruence is not a mental illness and is not linked to any known mental illnesses, per the book that they write on this shit, the DSM-5, how are you now going to substantiate that it is a mental illness?
Because I know it's a mental illness. There are other resources other than the DSM-5 and the other things that you've quoted that indicate that it is a mental illness, 100%.
Hey, fun fact. I don't want not-ahs. I don't want not-ahs and because I said so's. Provide a source then. You're claiming it's a mental illness? Give me a medical source that says so.
Did you hear me say either of those things?
Yes, you did quite literally just say
either of those things?
quite literally just said because I said so. Yeah. You
Excuse me?
said because I know it's not.
Do you want to rewind and rewatch
I'll rewind
that?
it. You specifically said, when I asked you, provide me why it's not, you said, because I know it's not. Those are the words you used.
Oh my gosh, calm down, buddy. It's all right. It's okay.
If you think I'm not calm, then I really need you to like go somewhere. Like who's not calm in this situation? Me speaking loudly, me speaking at a slightly higher decibel is not me yelling. You want to hear me yelling? It's a vastly different thing.
Let's get past this. Let's get past this.
Well, I would like you to provide a source that being trans is a mental illness. Go ahead.
Couple of trans people that I know. They know that they have mental illness.
Not a source.
So now I'm going to move on from that.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to. No, yes, it does.
Move on from that.
No, we're not. We're not going to move on. No, we're not. We're not going to move on from your claim. You're not going to move on from your claim. So let's just confirm here. My source is the American Psychological Association, the writers of the DSM-5.
Told me in detail the issues that they have with being transgender.
I don't care.
So when you're born with a penis,
I don't care about your anecdotes.
And then you feel like you shouldn't have that penis.
I don't care about your anecdotes. I do not.
There's many people who want to be blind.
Listen,
or
I need you to
who
stop
maybe
talking.
don't want a limb.
Stop
and
talking.
They want to remove
Stop
that
talking.
limb.
Stop talking. Stop talking. I don't care about your anecdotes. I don't care about your anecdotes. I don't give a shit about your anecdotes. Your anecdotes mean nothing in terms of a debate. Trans people fucking whoop-de-doo. Sure. Provide a source that being trans is a mental illness. That's not a fucking anecdote. Something. Do you have a medical paper on this? Do you have like multiple doctors confirming this? Do you have a maybe, I don't know, maybe like some book that goes over like diagnostics of like disorders, maybe some book that talks about this and how medical person. Do you have any of that? No, you don't.
I do, but would you accept it? Probably not.
Provide it. Provide it.
How?
Tell me the name of the study or the source or the book.
And then what?
And then I'll look it over.
You're gonna tear it apart and tell me why it's not valid and
if it's not valid, I'm gonna look to see if it's a valid source. What?
This isn't
Do you
an
know how
actual
debates work?
debate.
You won't provide evidence, and it's not an actual debate because you won't provide evidence. It's not an actual debate.
You keep trying to get everybody with this, okay? I don't need it to have...
With evidence? Yes, that was me yelling, by the way. Yes, I keep trying to get people with evidence because if you're going to make a claim, you have to have evidence to back up your claim. Otherwise, your claim is bullshit. And I have a feeling you have no evidence.
That's why trans people exist.
You do have to back up your claim with evidence. Yes, you do.
So, okay.
Yes, you do.
Explain this to me then.
Yeah, you do, actually.
So if someone says, I feel like I'm in the wrong body, and they go to the doctor, right? Because they want to address it. Then the doctor says, oh, you feel that way? I need proof. Then what? How do you prove it?
How do you prove an internal quality?
Yep. That's what you're asking me to do right now.
No, I'm not.
How do you prove it?
I'm not asking you to prove an internal quality. That would be
Can you just answer the question?
Dumb as fuck.
How do you prove it?
How do you prove an internal quality?
Yes.
By talking about it.
Oh.
It's really? An internal quality.
Talking about it. An internal quality.
You're
Okay.
dumb as fuck, bro. Jesus
But
fucking
yet,
Christ.
why are you insulting me?
Because
What
you're
is that?
dumb.
That's
because you're really
that's
dumb.
actually the sign of a very unintelligent person.
I don't give a fuck what you think it's the sign of.
When I make an
I don't give a
argument you don't
shit.
like, you insult me.
No, I have tackled I have tackled you. First of all, you haven't made an argument. You've made claims. You haven't made a single argument. You haven't backed up those claims with quite literally anything.
Why are you mad then?
Because you won't back up your claims. Because you will not back up your claims. Because you will not back up your claims.
Emotional.
It's because I don't give a fuck. It's you will not back up your claims.
I know you don't, but you're not
maybe back up your claims
at all. You're not debating.
You haven't backed up a claim.
Forcing people to have pronouns and then treating them horrible when they don't have
use pronouns too, so shut the fuck up. I don't care.
I am allowed to not have pronouns, okay? And you don't get to tell me if I do or don't.
Dumb fuck. I is a pronoun, stupid.
Okay, stupid.
So you do have pronouns.
That's what you say.
I.
Pronoun isn't meant to identify
So you do
people.
have pronouns, and they would be I.
A pronoun is not meant to
identify people. Is that the thing you just said? So what's the use of what's a pronoun for? What's the use of pronouns in the English language?
It's used in sentences as conjunction, right?
To do what?
Them. That
what?
is indicating that a group of people.
If I point to somebody, across the field,
I am doing something.
If I point to someone across the field,
if you're going to ask me a question, at least let me finish it.
You already said something incorrect.
If you're going to ask me a question, at least let me finish it, please.
You already said something incorrect. Because you already said something incorrect.
If you're going to, it doesn't matter if I'm incorrect. A debate is me speaking, even though I'm incorrect. And then when I'm finished,
I'm not going to let you keep. No, I'm not going to let you keep talking if you're saying incorrect stuff.
You don't seem like you know what a debate is.
No, I'm not going to let you keep talking if you say something incorrect. Sorry. I'm going to tell you to stop.
That's not what a debate is.
You don't know what a debate is because a debate is a thing where two people argue 2 points with sources and data to back these up, not because I think so. You haven't provided sources. No, I don't give a fuck if a debate is respectful.
You argue.
Jesus fucking Christ,
you can argue
bro.
anything. You can argue an opinion. You can argue evidence. You can argue whatever you want. You debate whatever you want.
Do you think I debate fifis? Do you think I debate fifis?
The way you're supposed to debate is to let one person speak, and then when they're done, then you speak with your opposing view. That's how that's supposed to go.
I just want to know if you think I come on here to debate someone's fifis. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I don't give a fuck about your fifis. I want actual data and evidence to back up the shit you say.
I can't hear you very well.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. I don't debate fifis. I don't do it. So either provide evidence for the shit you say or shut the fuck up. Those are your two options.
How about you debate correctly or shut the fuck up?
How about you provide evidence for the shit you say or shut the fuck up? Those are your two options.
How about you let me finish my sentences or you shut the fuck up?
The only thing I want to hear right now,
the only thing I want to hear right now, fucking basement.
The only thing I want to hear,
your mom gives you every fucking thing you want and you're just spoiled. You're just a fucking, you're just in your mom's basement.
Yeah. Sure. The only thing I want to hear right now is evidence for your claim. That's all I want to hear. If you cannot provide evidence for your claim, I'm going to put you on hold until you can. Can you provide evidence for your claim?
You're going to put me in timeout? You think it?
Yes, because clearly you need it.
I don't care about that, Jovan.
This is what. She's on hold. We'll do like a 30-second hold. Aw. Hung up. Provide evidence for your fucking claims, guys. Seriously. To fucking provide evidence. I don't give a fuck about your anecdotes. I want to hear actual evidence about the shit you say. Not, well, I know because I know. Dumb fuck.